Good morning, my fellow Americans, especially in Canada. Well, that fucking crooked pig you got for a president down there, who's cheated and stole all his life, is now floating trial balloons about invading Canada. We gotta get prepared. Never mind the fucking tariffs. Slap them on, nail their oil industry and their food industry and whatever. But that cocksucker's going to invade Canada. He's been floating trial balloons steady since that treasonous bitch of an Alberta Premier, Danielle Smith, invited Tucker Carlson up as a guest speaker to be a guest speaker, and he's called for the invasion of Canada along with a lot of other right-wing assholes. The reason they want to invade Canada, yes, of course, for minerals and our water and power, is because the American people, some of them are starting to wake up and realize out of 33 leading countries in the world, they're the only ones without free medical for all their citizens, like Canada has, along with some of our other social programs. For instance, my scooter that you've seen, that's $3,500. I get that repaired, batteries, everything. Every 5 years they replace it. Our good premier here in British Columbia bought all the poor people in the hot season a free air conditioner. You get fuck all from the right-wing pigs, whether they're in Canada or the States. They're too gutless to tax the billionaires like that scumbag Elon Musk. So we're going to be going to war. Yeah, they might come and go through us pretty fast because they got the army. But you got a lot of old fucks and young fucks that won't accept that. We'll fight underground just like the Viet Cong did and every other little shit country that had to defeat the States. I mean, I really respect that little old lady that goes up to the Russians and gives them sunflower seeds for when they get blown to shit, some sunflowers will grow out of their dead bodies. I know myself, for one, I would sooner fight the fucking Yankees than let all our social programs go down the tubes for some greedy cocksucker. And it's not so much for me. I'm ready to croak anyway. I've had a free heart operation, kidneys, never paid a dime for my medical all my life. Was diabetic, finally changed my eating habits, and I'm no longer diabetic. My military training was very brief. It was in the reserves, Royal Westminster Regiment, between 16 and 18 years old. I joined mainly for drinking because at that time you could drink and go in the bars till you was 21. However, I'll do all I can to fight against fucking arrogant, cocksucking Americans. Since you dumb bastards, you're the most arrogant, uneducated country in the world, the fourth in being arrogant of all the countries in the world. Well, we kicked your ass back in 12, I guess it was. It'll take a little longer this time. But this is another reason I've been squawking Canada must get nuclear weapons. Because if we don't fight the assholes on the south of us, we'll be fighting Russia. And you can't just stick your head up your ass and say it's not going to happen. Because if Pigman don't invade Canada, I will be totally shocked. He's floating trial balloons almost daily. So you can bet within a year that asshole will invade Canada, probably within 6 months. We got to start lobbying the government for nuclear weapons, because I'd sooner nuke Washington than allow them fucks to come in here and take away our social programs, union rights, and everything we fought for our whole life. You only got to look at the southern states. $7.25 for a minimum fucking wage for the last 20 some odd years. Hasn't gone up fuck all. And yet Elon Musk, the richest pig on the planet, helps absolutely nobody. And they want more. I'll celebrate when that guy gets assassinated, when Trump gets assassinated, and all the rest of those guys like Tucker Carlson. I will celebrate and dance in the street and have a good joint. You need to get tough with these fucking ignorant Americans. Like I said, they're the most ignorant country on the planet, the fourth most ignorant. Full of hate, vengeance, and now they think they're going to walk into Canada because we got assholes like Pettigrew, the conservative leader, or the conservative leaders across the country that don't give a shit about the people. They're only thinking about money for themselves and their top financial contributors. And Canadians are just as stupid as the Americans when it comes to voting. Every time the right wing goes in, just like that fucking goofy mayor of Surrey, first thing she did was to cut the social help called Urban Village for street people. Got rid of that altogether. But then the slut goes and gives herself a 25% raise, retroactive to the day she was elected. All the time, every time them right-wing pigs go in, first thing they do is cut social programs. Next thing they do is give themselves a fat raise. You want that bullshit here in the country? Yeah, I was and still am a Trudeau supporter, but I guess because of all the bullshit, he has to resign and get the hell out of there. And personally, I'd like to see the NDP in, but that ain't never going to happen because Singh, as good a man as he is probably the best leader out there. But the fact is, you got to go with what the people are. And Canada's fucking near as racist as the States is. So there's not a hope in hell of the NDP going anywhere till they get rid of Singh. They should have kept Mulcair. They only gave him one shot. They should bring him back in, and then we might kick the hell out of both the Liberals and the NDP. Because the Liberals, they're still just looking after the money pigs. And I don't think it matters who they put in as leader. They're going to get a shit kicking. Meanwhile, Trump's sitting back there laughing, just like the predator, sexual, deviant con man that he is. They say your elected leaders are a reflection of your country. Yes, you had a lot of good Americans, there's no doubt about that. And yes, they only won the Trumpster pigs by 1.5% overall. However, when you add the 50% that are too fucking lazy to vote, it means your assholes outnumber your good people 2 or 3 to 1. Just like in BC election here, we had a by-election. Conservatives won, of course, but only 16.4% voted. What a fucking disgrace. Well, we're all going to get a shit kicking when them right-wing assholes come in. Oh, the rich guys will do a lot better. So whether it's Pettigrew, or Trump, they're all evil to the core. So make sure you wake up, quit voting for assholes, and be prepared to fight the Americans, because that's coming, no doubt.